I am a digital wayfarer, simultaneously everywhere and nowhere. You see me here present before you, with you, but don't be fooled by this illusion that I'm just this bodily form. For my body is but a way station, a cortical server for an infinite circulation of signifiers. Signifiers with undecidable signifieds. And they're always tumbling already outward and onward into a moving sea of binaries, words and images and sounds, all identified as me, singular, bounded and grounded, and yet unbodied and instantaneous, my flickering self finds momentary dwelling in Boston, Beijing, Buenos Aires, Bangkok, Bogota, Bahrain, moving on to Chicago, Cape Town, Calcutta, Calgary, ever in motion, moving across Gmail, Hotmail, Listserv, Facebook, YouTube, Kindle, Skype, Twitter, Google, cell phones, smartphones, Vimeo, Skype, Wikipedia, Instagram, the flick of a switch, through 1,000 global hotspots. I'm there, but not there. Here, but not here. I'm a digital wayfarer. I'm omniscient. At a moment's notice, I can tell you all the kings of England, all the Chinese dynasties, the address of Jean Christeller of Terre Haute, Indiana, and what you'll find at 150 Beach Boulevard in Biloxi, Mississippi. I can spell all the words correctly and tell you instantly the 7 decimal places the result of dividing 189 by 13. And do you wish to know the duration of an elephant's pregnancy? How many castles there are in England, perhaps, or the most valuable Beanie Babies? I can tell you. My eyesight is that of a superhero, piercing walls, careening across history, leaping past tall buildings and into space, and now I see Gloria Swanson, and now Mahatma Gandhi, and there's Fats Domino, and there's Andreas Bader, the digital world of wayfaring. There are no secrets either. All intimacies are revealed. I know what takes place in bedrooms, locker rooms, toilet rooms, back seats, beaches, forest glades, under desks, in elevators, hotel rooms, sitting before one's computer, who does what with whom, complete with sound and color. There before me, the uncountable images of naked females, males, she-males, hermaphrodites, cross-dressers in all sizes and shapes and ages, and the once secret intimacies now set loose to roam freely across the digital steppes. And yet, while omniscient, I also dwell in this nether region of never knowing. In this no man's land, every certainty lapses into ambiguity as it's elaborated and reformulated and challenged and refuted and replaced. And every mirror of the world is mirrored by yet another mirror. And as the mirror images cascade into the ether world, a phalanx of counter images are set in motion. Each claim to knowledge dances together with its effigy. And if I wish to know, to identify, to understand, to avow with certainty, I enter a digital desert, interminably expanding before me. Now, the search engine, that's my guide, my tutor, my muse, but laughing sardonically at my feeble attempts to seize even a precious moment of certainty. So, I wish for one to know about Nietzsche, his philosophy and his life. That's a simple request, isn't it? To understand a single individual at a circumscribed point in history. Just a little honey for my bread of knowledge. Yeah, my search engine will yield up 2 or even 3 million portals of possibility. So, you think I overestimate? Nietzsche alone actually reaches the 7 million mark. And should I set out today to master all, to finally become the master of what is known about this man, I shall never reach the end. For each day, the number of my readings will be exceeded by the number of new entries into knowing. And with each entry, new incitements to conversation, they just spill into the universe. New questions, new interpretations, new doubts, new disagreements. Yeah, I'm omniscient, but simultaneously empty of knowledge. I possess no knowledge. I have no ownership. I don't carry it with me. I'm but a conveyor of that which we take to be known. The possession of no one, circulated and accessed by all. And we dip our fingers into this swirling river of knowings and draw them out, only to see the drops fall from our fingertips and evaporate from the surfaces of our nails. I'm a digital wayfarer, both mortal and immortal. My physical capacities are eroding. I'm losing mastery of spelling and names and phone numbers and facts and logics and storytelling and fantasizing as I'm locked immobile together with my technologies. My powers of movement, balance, dance, and play, they're all eroding. My digital world ever expanding while brain and body atrophy. And yet I am immortal, because this body may pass, but the expressions will linger without end in the countless hotspots of the world. I'm a digital wayfarer. I'm traveling across time, unburdened by the baggages of being. I'm without fixed form. Yeah, there are momentary snapshots, but the images continue to multiply, click, 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 from every angle, every context over time, and the same person is now revealed to be as many selves as there are relevant URLs. I'm also without thought. There's no Cartesian Ursprung for which all my action proceeds. Yes, I can indeed share thoughts on global warming, the refugee crisis, empiricism, life in China, mindfulness training, so much more. But to whom do these thoughts actually belong? The issues are infinitely circulating. NPR, New York Times, Huffington's, Bogosby, or CBS. But if we remove this seething circulation of thought, we removed it, what could I possibly say? If the refugee crisis had never moved across the plane of global conversation, what would I reply to your request for my thoughts? The circulation now moves globally through myriad and momentary locations, inciting still further conversation until thinking is located nowhere, in no particular person, neither in you nor in I, but it's in the continuous process spread out across the globe. Thought is located in no place. It is nowhere to be found. There is only the continuous stream of thinking and progress. So what do I feel? Well, as a digital wayfarer, I feel nothing, and I feel everything. I feel nothing, for these are not my thoughts, for feelings lying there independent of the stream of signification. And I feel everything, as the world of feelings is everywhere under production. The possibilities of feeling unfold in the morning news, on every television channel, in the movies, on YouTube, and in the continuous feed of life dramas through cell phones and email. My emotions are spread about the world, fed by earthquakes in Chile and slaughters in Somalia and bombs in Baghdad and tsunamis in Thailand, everywhere drawing me into feeling. I'm the receptacle of emotion from a thousand sources. Emotion moves me as it moves through me, only to be passed on in my next email, tweet, or blog. there's no locating an emotion. There's only the continuous movement of emoting, owned by no one, created by everyone. And what about carnal desire, that primordial stamp of animal nature? Well, if desire comes into being through the allure of its object, then we have to ask about the sources of allure. For the Digital Wayfarer, the sites of its production may be located in the ether world, on television, movies, YouTube, cyber porn. And what about carnal desire, this primordial stamp of my animal nature? Well, if desire comes into being through the allure of its object, then we have to ask about the sources of the allure. Now, for the Digital Wayfarer, the sites of its production may be located in that ether world, television, movies, YouTube, cyber porn, an ever-expanding ecology of desire. Everywhere, circulating, tantalizing, titillating, beckoning, creating mysteries, unfinished stories, veils in continuous removal. The exoticizing of the ordinary, everywhere interpolating us within an economy of lust. My desire is not my own. It's spread across the moving matrix, defined and delineated by that enrapturing expanse of showings and tellings. I'm afraid I travel as well without a moral compass. There is only the ever-relentless compassing MSNBC, Fox News, Al Jazeera, Pat Robertson, New York Times, a million religious websites, libertarianism, left-wing, right-wing, moralities and ethics spilling out from every digital pore. And for every value, there's a counter-value on the next channel. For every voice of liberty, another honors tradition. For every right to voice, there's another which is threatened. And for every cry of justice, another embraces civil order. Every advance, there's a road to ruin. And to save the environment, and we create joblessness, pay a decent wage, and business goes under. Teeming voices, ever added to the global conversations. The way, and the truth, and the light becomes a babbling blur. Who then am I? Where lies this anchor of myself, this core being to whom I should somehow be true? Where's the thread of coherence between this moment and the next? Now answering an email from Taiwan, another from Paraguay, and then Padua, then a shower of tweets from friends and colleagues, my brother in the Ackerman Institute and E.J. Dionne, and then my cell phone interrupts, and suddenly I'm in New Jersey. Where's my life story when all I can locate are splintered fragments of life interrupted and interpreted through borrowed lenses? We don't seem to grow towards the stature of tall trees, but we scurry horizontally about in the underbrush. And I write an autobiography without an auto. For who am I but a position in countless conversations distributed over a limitless, undulating, captivating, destabilizing sea without any shorelines. I'm a digital wayfarer, launched into a metaphysical space, a space without any obdurate entities. And so after 2,000 years of Platonic permanence, we return to the way of Heraclitus. All is